Hey everyone, and welcome to my chaotic mess. If you're new here, my name is Melissa. If you did not watch the last video, you might want to go back and watch it because
I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause
you
I
can't
found my
tell, we're moving. Thank the Lord. I probably mentioned in the last video, but if I didn't, we're moving out of the area we currently live in. I'm not saying where we live as of yet. Not saying I will never tell you guys where we're moving to, what city/town. But I will drop little hints along the way for you guys to guess. And like I probably said in the last video, if you know where we're moving to, don't spoil it for everyone else in the comments. But I will tell you, which I think I've mentioned in the last video, I haven't filmed the last video yet. We are still in Florida. We are still in Florida. We will probably live in Florida the rest of our lives, unless for some reason my husband's company, well, it's not his company, the company my husband works for, unless they decide to build in a different state besides Florida, we will probably be in Florida. So, I mean, I know they were talking about expanding up into Georgia, and there was also talks about building out in Texas, so maybe, but I don't know. Those are like many years down the road, so who knows what the future will bring. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to take you around and kind of show things I still have to do. My dad and my mother-in-law were up here last week, and she helped me pack the house, most of it. Basically all of it. There is just a few things here and there that I still need to pack. My husband and I went to lunch today, and we stopped by Lowe's to get hopefully the last of the boxes. I have boxes from Home Depot, from Walmart, and now from Lowe's. And I will tell you, without even opening the large box from Lowe's, like building it, I can already tell you it's bigger than the one from Walmart. Definitely a lot bigger than the one from Walmart. But the boxes, like the small and the medium boxes for sure from Walmart, are bigger than Home Depot's. So it's so weird. Like, why don't they have like universal sizing? Because I remember last time we moved, we packed all my records in small boxes. So when we went to Home Depot, I got small boxes for my records or my albums, whatever you want to call them. And they fit perfectly in the boxes that we got last time. And the boxes we got last time were from Lowe's. Because we lived right next to a Walmart too, but Lowe's was technically closer than Walmart. So we went to Lowe's a lot during our move last time. And then, but they fit perfectly in that. And then with the Home Depot boxes, we had to stuff things on the side to keep the records from being able to move so much. So I also learned I'm very bad at guesstimating, because the last trip we went to the store to get boxes for, I estimated one box for both bathrooms, and both bathrooms ended up taking 2 large boxes. Oh my. Anyway, so ignore the egg cartons. They're going in the trash. I was originally keeping them to start seeds in, but by the time, I think this year, I'm just going to direct sow things into my green stock, because by the time we get everything moved and we get everything unpacked and I decorate for Christmas, because my husband said I can decorate for Christmas when we move instead of decorating for fall and then just end up having to take that down, because I usually decorate in October for I start decorating in October for Christmas, like towards the end of October normally, but I'm gonna start in September. Not gonna do the outside. I'm not gonna be that person. We'll probably decorate the like put the lights on the outside at least, not turn them on, towards the end of October. That way, come November 1st, the festivities begin outside. And I'll put my trees and stuff outside as well. So I'm really excited. It's gonna be different because I think it's good that I'm gonna get to decorate like pretty much right away, because it's a new house and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna decorate, because there are things that I've utilized in this house that, I mean, we will still have in that house. They just won't be in the same rooms they're in now, if that makes any sense. Also, we are going to be taking my fridge, my stove, the house we rented, because we did rent. I don't know if I'm going to remember to mention that in the house tour video or not, because like I said, I haven't filmed it yet. My husband's officially moving into it today. Like, he took one of the spare beds up there, and you know, just some other things. He took those up there, and so he's officially moving in today. I will just tell you, because by the time you see this, we're already moved. My husband has been living in a hotel for 3 weeks, paid for by his company, of course, because, you know, they really wanted him to move up to this location. I mean, I can honestly say up, because we're in Southwest Florida now. There's really nowhere else to move south to except Miami, and you all know I will never move to Miami. So if anyone from my husband's job is watching, just know, don't open a store in Miami, because the answer will be no. I'm never moving to Miami, and that's the only big-ish place. I mean, I don't even know why I'm saying big-ish place, because the town we live in now is small, and they have a store down here. So, anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. My point is, we're moving up. There's a hint. There's your next hint. We're moving up. So I'm going to walk you guys around the house before we like actually get started on anything today. And I really don't know what we're going to get done today, because it's already 7 o'clock at night. Honestly, last week, actually, my dad and them were not here last week. They were here the week before. Last week? Well, they were here last week. Right? Yeah, they left Tuesday. They left Tuesday. I haven't done nothing else all week. Not a darn thing. Today is Sunday, and I'm going to take you around and show you all the stuff I still have left to do. I have a doctor's appointment Wednesday, my last pain management. Guys, this is the worst part about moving, is that I have to find all new doctors, because I don't want to drive all the way back down here every 3 months to go to the doctor, to go to my pain management doctor. So I'm hoping and praying where we're moving to, I can find a pain management doctor that's like him, one that doesn't just push narcotics onto you. I don't want to be on narcotics. I have no desire. They didn't work. Like, after the accident, the hospital gave me narcotics. They didn't work. They don't do anything for me, so I don't want to take them. And the doctor I see actually is trying to figure out a permanent solution to help me. Now, when I say permanent solution, I mean to where I'm not in horrible pain and I can walk and stuff like that. Right now, I can barely stand for 10 minutes. In fact, I'm about to have to go sit down because I can already tell you my back is killing me, and it's just now hit the 10-minute mark. So 10 minutes is a pretty accurate representation of how long I can generally stand before it gets to be too much. Like, I will be so honest with you guys, I have a shower chair. And when we originally bought the shower chair, it was specifically to shave my legs on. And then, like, because those little stools that are in the shower, not in the, that you could, like the little stool things you can buy to put your leg on to shave, they're just like this little piece you can put in the corner. Those are crap. And so we just bought a shower chair because we figured it's more sturdy and blah, blah. Anyway, it got to the point where I actually need to like genuinely sit down after being in the shower for a while. And a lot of times it's because I get overheated. So I have to sit down, open the shower curtain at the end, stick my head out to cool off. Anyway, I'm going to walk you guys around real quick, and then I'm going to sit down and then decide what I'm going to do next. I could start packing up food that I know I'm not going to eat. I could start we're going to start in the laundry room, which is right here. So you've already seen the house tour. I'm so excited I have a laundry room. Thank God. It's so hot in Florida. Having to go out to your garage to do laundry is just unbearable sometimes, especially during July, August. It's just too much. It's too much, I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm going to take you on the tour of the house currently, and then you'll see me packing up what little bits left. Sorry I didn't record all of the packing, but my mother-in-law doesn't even like having her picture taken, so there was no way I was gonna be like, let me put a camera in your face so I can film this. And it would have been a lot of blurring because she would have not wanted to be in the video at all, and I would have had to blur her the whole time. So it's just easier, because if someone doesn't want to be in my videos, I'm not gonna make them be in my videos. Like, if you've seen in the past when like I've had my niece or nephew in like a video here or there, if they would have told me they didn't want to be on camera, they wouldn't be on. I wouldn't put them in the video. I would either cut that section out or I would blur them. Like if it was something that they wanted to say but they didn't want to be seen, I would just blur them. So anyway, let's go on a little walk. Let's start in the laundry room and work our way back out to the living room. So we're gonna laundry room, dining room, sunroom, master bedroom, guest bedroom, living room. So we're gonna go in like a circle, but you'll see. I just got so scared. I just happened to look over and see something crawling. There's a big lizard in the garage. It's fine. I don't care. I'm used to the lizards, but anyway, some things I need to do. I need to do laundry. My husband put his dirty clothes in from the last week. All these are clean. I have a little bit of clothes that were mine from this past week that I need to clean. And then once all the laundry's done, and I have curtains. So once all the laundry's caught up, which shouldn't take but a day, realistically. If I just sit there and do laundry all day, it should only take a day. And then I'm going to clean out the washer. I'm going to do a clean on the washer. I'm going to do a vinegar clean. And then I'm also going to do an OxiClean on the washer. And once I do all my cleaning on the washer, I'm going to drain it. So it will be ready to move. And then over in this cabinet here, sorry, when I get to this cabinet here, there's just some cleaning stuff in there I need to get. And then I need to figure out the stuff on top. Most of it I'm pretty sure is keep. And then if you swivel over here, the dog beds I'm taking with me. The stove is going back in the house because that's the landlord's stove. And then the freezer, I was originally going to put Stitch's big bed in the freezer, but I'm just going to take it with us so he has something to lay on until we officially move. Because I'm going up there later this week to film the empty-ish house tour that you would have already seen, and to kind of do a layout in my head, maybe get some post-its and stick some post-its around the house. But anyway, and all of that is figured out by my husband already. I have no part in that section. Anyway, I have no part in that section. He says he's good. I don't know. I don't care. Not my area. I will do the laundry area and that's it. So anyway, as you see, I've gotten all the stuff off the walls. My house is so empty. Let me show you how empty the pantry is. I haven't seen the pantry this empty. Oh, good thing I opened it. We have a chip clip in here. If I can get it off. A little panda. Just drop it in that box. My fridge is going. When I go up, I'm either going up Wednesday after my doctor's appointment, or I'm gonna go up Thursday. But I'm cleaning this out on Tuesday. Getting rid of all the outdates and stuff like that, and everything else I will take with me to our new place, because it'll be one less thing I have to worry about when we're moving. If I get this cleaned out, and I might be able to get the drink fridge cleaned out as well, but probably not. This will be the drink fridge in the garage, because the fridge freezer thing they have now is, I mean, it's a side-by-side, which I don't prefer, but I do like that it has the ice thing in the door. This refrigerator, I have no regrets. This is like almost $4,000 refrigerator that we got for $500. So I'm not gonna complain. But I have to bend over to get ice, and it's really hard for me to bend over. So the only things in here, I'm gonna turn you guys around. This tote is for food from the pantry that's left. I gotta empty this dishwasher out, put the last of the dirty dishes in the dishwasher. I have one more cleaning. I mean, I can get the cleaning tab. They're just in this box down here if I need more, but I have one more saved out. And then I'll run the dishes and I'll pack all the dishes, which means it's gonna be lunch meat sandwiches or takeout. So until we officially move. And one of the first things I want to do when we officially move is unpack my pots and pans, because I am so sick of lunch meat sandwiches right now, and I'm so sick of fast food. Like, just ugh. Like, I'm just I've gained. I'm telling you what, I was losing weight. Like, I don't know if y'all can tell, I've lost a lot of weight. Well, since January, I've lost I've lost 50 pounds since January. I don't know if you can tell. I can't tell half the time. I'm like, where is the 50 pounds coming from? Because I can't tell. And I don't think my dad and mother-in-law could tell either, because they didn't say anything to me. So I'm like, maybe it's like, I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. So anyway, I want real food. I want to cook again, which sounds so weird. Fun fact, I actually do love to cook. It's just so hard for me to cook. Also, real quick, I'll remind you guys in another video as well, But if any of you have bought one of those dough mixers, like it's literally like, I don't like, if you guys watch Acre Homestead, you know how she has that Bosch and she uses it to make all her bread dough and stuff? It's basically that, but a third of the price. So I just want to know anyone that's bought an actual dough mixer. They're literally called dough mixers on Amazon, because I want to get, either I'm going to get one of those and hope for the best, or I'm just going to save up and buy the Bosch, because my KitchenAid does not need the dough the proper way. The only thing that scares me about those dough mixers is their paddle attachments, like this big. It's not very big, so that's why I'm really contemplating just buying the Bosch. Anyway, I don't know what you're saying, Melissa. The Bosch is like $530 something. I know it would be an investment, but I could make my own bread again, because I would rather make my bread than buy my bread, because the bread I really want to buy is $7 a loaf, and I said, you know what, I'm not buying. This is probably why I gained weight, because I said I'm not buying $7 loaf bread anymore. And I bought Walmart I think it's like $1.30 or something like that. It is 100% whole wheat supposedly, but it's so filled with chemicals. It's just, ugh. Anyway, it's honestly probably part of why I'm gaining weight, is because I'm eating bread every day, because most of the time I literally have a lunch meat sandwich. So anyway, I'm gonna take you guys along. I've left some cleaning stuff out. That I know that says spiced rum, but it's vanilla. I've been making vanilla. I don't know if you can see the vanilla beans floating around in there. Probably not, because it's so dark. But this is vanilla. It's actually ready. And when I get moved, I will put them into the jars so that I can take them to my family in October, because I made some for everyone. And then I'll buy more beans and start seeping for another batch. We're gonna try this one though. This is what Becky recommends. Well, I don't know. I think she buys the actual Captain Morgan brand, or she might buy Costco brand. I don't know. But I know she uses spiced rum. I've used vodka, which, and I've also used bourbon, which the bourbon one is really good. So I figured, I like rum. Let's try the spiced rum. So, yeah. Anyways, I basically just need to finish packing the stuff on the countertop so I can wipe everything down. I'm gonna clean out my oven, and I need to take the thing out. What is this called? Where if something drips, you can just pull it out and wipe it off. I need to take those out so I could do a clean on the oven. And then the kitchen will be done. So my goal for sure is to get the kitchen completely done, minus maybe some of the food in the fridge. We'll see. Everything else is empty. So there's that. And then moving on to the dining room. As you can see, I've packed well, I did. My mother-in-law and I, because I did help. So, I just have some stuff on the table. There are plates that I'm sending to Goodwill, DVDs I'm sending to Goodwill, some plastic containers that are going to Goodwill. So I do have like a Goodwill run I still need to do, but I wanted to finish completely packing everything in case I find something else. When I go, I'll just be like, sorry, it's not as much as normal, but because usually we take a whole carload. But anyway, I know I've gotten I got everything out of the cabinets here. I will double check for sure when we come through and clean. But one of the things I want to do is I'm going to take my mop, put a clean head on it because I have brand new heads for the mop. And I'm going to mop the upper cabinets with wood cleaner because I can't get on the ladder to do it by hand. So it's fine. I'm putting a clean mop head on it. It will be fine. Anyway, I'm going to take you guys off the tripod because it seems to be a bit harder to navigate. So hold on. All right, so you guys don't need to see my face, but this is the food I have left to pack. Not much. The beefaroni will probably be gone. I bought ramen in case I felt ramen. I have one more pack of red beans and rice. You know, the plant, I'm throwing away. I know, it just looks so great, doesn't it? It's actually dead. Like, actually, it feels good. I've not watered this since Christmas because every time I watered it, it started turning brown, like dead brown. But it's so dry and brittle, but like it looks better this way than it did when I was watering it. So anyway, I'm throwing that away. It's not making the cut. We have this filled up with pillows and just a couple signs. I was about to decorate for fall when my husband was like, would you be okay if we moved? And I'm like, I guess, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, I cannot turn the light on in here, so sorry for that. But basically, my husband took all the curtains down except this one because the pool guy is still going to be coming, I think for 2 more weeks. So I didn't want Stitch to see him this week. Next week it'll be fine. We'll be moved, hopefully. Anyway, I have a little bit of stuff here. My composter, which I have to figure out where I'm going to put that in the new house. But we'll figure it out because I don't really have an enclosed outdoor space either. But I have to just take the few things off the walls. He was supposed to take those lights down for me. Okay, anyway. This table, the pool noodle's not going, but everything else is going to go. Those tote things back there I can break down and fold. And some of it's trash. Like this is just trash right here because I started collecting trash while we were cleaning off the table. But everything else on here is going. All my fridges and freezers are going. I still need to clean them out. And then this is going. And I'm hoping there'll be a spot in the garage for it. Just put all my cleaning stuff on. I hope I can find a spot for my floor, my Bissell, and my vacuum. My vacuum's somewhere else in the house. But Justin bought me this that you can hang the vacuum on. So I'm hoping there's a place to put that. The Bissell, we're leaving all the cleaning stuff here. This I still need to clean. I've cleaned all the other things except for the TV stand, like the thing the TV's actually sitting on, and this. And then, of course, our dresser. But everything else has been cleaned. Like, the insides of them have been cleaned. So, I just need to clean this one. And it, like, you know, I think the reason this looks this way is because it was kind of an out of sight, out of mind situation. Like, it got put in this back room and I moved out of this back room because if you don't remember, my computer used to be in this room. And it gets too hot in here, especially with all the fridges and freezers. It gets too hot in here, so I had to move. So anyway, we're going into the bedroom, which I can turn the bathroom light on. The bathroom is pretty much done. Obviously, I have to still shower, so all the shower stuff's in there. I need to take those bathing suits down, throw them in with the washing stuff. And this is all stuff that got left out. Well, this is trash. all this stuff, minus the brush and this, all of that right there is trash. So I bought this to try because supposedly it was new and approved. It still didn't work. It still didn't remove the hair. So I'm not gonna go down that scam again. But yeah, everything in here is cleaned out as well. And by cleaned out, I mean it's empty. All right, let's go in here. You're gonna have to ignore my mess of clothes because my husband was packing clothes to take with him, and I just kind of threw stuff all over the bed to get his clothes out. Anyway, so I have to fold / hang up all these clothes. We're gonna be going through the closet and putting trash bags over stuff. This dresser, look, it was basically cleaned off earlier. and then I kind of started taking things off walls and just throwing crap up there. This is trash. All this is trash. I have trash bags like almost every room. This has towels, blankets in it, and I'll finish putting whatever's left over in there. My husband told me not to worry about cleaning out the night tables. If I have boxes left over, I'll clean them out, but I'm not gonna go buy boxes specifically for the night tables. That's all I'm gonna say. Get out of there. All right. I'm showing you all my skeletons. So this is the pet travel bag, my DoorDash bag. If you don't know, I used to work for DoorDash. All right, we're gonna go into the guest room. As you can see, the desk is moved, the bed is moved, the mattress is here. He took the two twins we had in the closet because it moved easier than this big bed. Anyway, so all this is ready to go, except I got to take the curtains off the rods so I can wash them. That's going in the trash. These are going in the trash. He wants me to put all those poles in the trash, so we'll see if I can lift them to throw them away. If not, oh well. In here, I have a bunch of Christmas stuff to put in a tote. Or not a tote, a box. And then we have all this stuff, most of it's already in a bag. And then I have my one Christmas tree back there. Oi, 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 oi. I don't even know what's in this box. Oh, I remember, because I got mad at myself earlier. I saved my Ninja Creamy. I don't care, we're moving. I saved my Ninja Creamy box, guys. And then I packed the Ninja Creamy just in another box. So I'm a little irritated with myself for that. So that needs to go in the trash. This bathroom, ignore that. Those were from off the bed. This bathroom's basically done. I just need to clean it. And yeah, so. And then, oh, I didn't clean the record stand yet. So I need to clean that too. And the TV stand. But this is the living room. As you can see, everything is packed up in here. Those are the curtains I need to wash. We bought $20 popcorn today for the Boy Scouts. So normally I would not buy $20 popcorn, but it was for the Boy Scouts. And so anyway, but that's it, guys. So
try my best to find you in the morning and the night. I know there's so much love, it's blinding, but still I never get it right. When I'm lost within the fire, will I find you in the flame? With you I know I'll never be alone. so sad. Will you stay here and remind us you're the only hope we have? When I'm lost within the fire, I will find you in the flames. With you I know I'll never be alone again. My God, will you carry me back home? My God, when I'm feeling all alone. Oh, it's you that I need, it's you that I need, but I'm the one you want. You're my God, will you carry me back home? Oh. My God, will you carry me back home? My God, when I'm feeling all alone. It's you that I need, it's you that I need, but I'm the one you want. My God, will you carry me back home? It's you that I need. Yeah, it's you that I need. Oh.
Alright, yeah, so the video is just getting way too long, so I made the executive decision to speed up a lot of the clips. So I'm sorry about that. I honestly don't know what I was talking about. I was probably talking about Christmas because that's when I'm packing. But who knows? Who knows? But I'm glad I am watching these clips because I was wondering where that sign was. And now I know. Because I know they don't fit in the yellow tote, the black and yellow totes that we normally use, which is why it was in the closet. So I think we might have to figure out where to put those signs and all the other stuff that I normally don't put in black totes. But I don't know, we'll see. I really don't know what I'm talking. Oh, I'm talking about the holes that we're gonna fill in. So those are the ones that were there when we first moved in, and so I know I was talking about how we're gonna leave the house better than we got it. Oh, don't even get me started on what the landlord tried to say. He tried to keep our whole entire deposit. You're gonna see photos of how we left it. But he tried to say it was dirty and they had to go in and scrub everything, and it took them forever to get the house clean. You're going to see the after photos, and I really, really want you to tell me if you think it's dirty. Like, do you think it's so disgusting that you deserve to keep our full deposit? Like, and then he tried to argue with us about the stove and refrigerator. You guys seen what he gave us, right? You remember, you'd have to go back and watch older videos. But he tried to say that that stove that you see there was his stove. And I'm like, no, your stove was, well, my husband was arguing with him, but we're like, nah, that ugly white stove is your stove. He tried to say that huge refrigerator was the one he left here. We're like, no, we bought that. You came and got the white refrigerator that was in this house. So, you know, it's just stupid things like that. Like, how do you not know what's in your rentals? Maybe you should make notes Oh, but I could believe that he doesn't remember what he's doing because I had to take a rent check to his office once, and his office is so cluttered and unorganized. He just had people's rent checks laying out all over the counter. I wouldn't be surprised if he loses people's rent checks every now and then because it was so unorganized. But anyway, yeah. It was annoying, and I honestly couldn't tell you what I was talking about in some of these clips, but I'm putting the food in the totes, which I did say I was going to, but that tote ended up getting moved by the movers because I couldn't lift it, which I had a feeling I wouldn't be able to, but that was fine with me because it was less food I had to take over in my car. I'm going to tell you guys, you're going to see pictures at the end because I didn't go with my husband on the last trip. I cleaned 90% of the house, and all he had to do was not clean, but he had to mop the living room, dining room, kitchen area. Everything else I cleaned. But I just couldn't do another trip. My back was so sore from just the constant trips back and forth, and I couldn't do it anymore. I said I'm not getting in the car again for a while. So he went down there, finished everything up for me, and I'm really appreciative of that. Anyway, I will talk with you guys later on in this video probably, so stay tuned for that. Bye. Alright, today is freezer clean out day. I am pretty sure there's things in these freezers, at least this one and this one, that we moved from our old house, which was 3 years ago. Should I have cleaned out the freezers way before now? Absolutely. It was actually on my list of things to do before we found out we were moving. And, well, now we're doing it. So we're going to start with the black freezer because the trash bag is almost full. So I'll start with that one and then work our way over. So, yeah. Ugh.
When our hearts start to break and your love isn't where we can feel it, we start to doubt that you're there. When we're falling down and we're losing our way, you can see it. We start to doubt that you're there. It's hard.
All right, that was a lot, so I'm only gonna bagless fill it up maybe halfway and then take it, because that was very heavy. I barely made it. A lot of this is freezer burnt.
It's true that your grace is enough for me.
You know, I have a lot of pre-made meals in here, and so I think what's gonna happen is I will just put those in the refrigerator at the new house and we can heat those up for dinners while we're moving, and it keeps them out of the freezer from going back in. freezer. Yes, I have a lot of hot dogs. They were on sale and I bought them. Sue me. I'm just trying to get everything up higher so when I move it to the other freezer, it's easier. Well, this was absolutely pointless. I put the towels out that I used to put under the freezer to dry out a little. Yeah. I don't think they're getting very dry out here. Look, it's even flooding the yard. Look at that. I don't know why you're going out there. You're going to come right back and see it's flooding. Oh. See, he was whining to come out, which is the reason we came out. Come on. Come on. Oh, wait. Guys, the U-Haul is filling up real quick and we still have so much stuff inside. I have a feeling we're going to be down here 2 more weekends to get the things that can fit in the cars. The car and my husband's work truck. It is what it is. We got the biggest U-Haul truck they had and it's filling up really quick. We hired people to load it and they're loading it really good. They're loading it really compact and Tetris-y. So I didn't realize I had so much stuff. You know, you never realize how much stuff you have until you move. And I know for a fact we're going to be getting rid of a few things when we do move, but they're things I actually want to sell and get some money back on them. So, and I could have posted them down here, but I didn't realize where we were going to move to and stuff like that. But now that we have a place and kind of know the size of the place and what's going to fit where, there's going to be some stuff that's gone. So, anyway. Ignore the mess. My moving battle scars. Also, we didn't get anything out here, so we have to rent another small truck to get the rest of our stuff. It's so annoying. Like, we rented the biggest U-Haul they have and I let him out, but Justin's letting the movers use the restroom, so he's stuck out there right now. Hush. But he's been doing that all day. Whine, whine, whine. Whine, whine, whine. Now he's barking. Alright, so let's talk about the messy house. Yeah, so I told you my husband already spoke to the landlord and stuff, and apparently from the story my husband says is once he told the landlord, we have pictures of when we moved out and we have pictures of when we moved in, and if you compare them, it's much nicer than when we moved in. And yes, I know the refrigerator was dirty, but we gave that to him for free. That was our black refrigerator that we left there. He got a free refrigerator out of us. Not to mention, we looked at our lease agreement for when we first moved in, and we had to pay an almost $1,000 deposit to have our dog that was non-refundable. So they already got $1,000 they get to keep out of us, and then they tried to say that this was disgusting, blah blah blah. I mean, when we moved in, he told us not to worry about any patching any like nail holes or stuff like that, because they would do that before they painted. They didn't do that before they painted when we moved in. I showed you guys kind of in the one room where there was screw holes that had just been painted over. So my husband went around and filled every single nail and screw hole in the wall before we moved out. Hold on. Alright, and then behind that door there is a mark from the handle. It was there when we moved in, but he said something about that as well. So, like, see, those were the holes I showed you earlier. My husband filled them in. Those were not filled in when we moved in. I think maybe the only thing I didn't clean were the vents, and that's honestly because I can't reach them, and I forgot to tell my husband about them. But other than that, you put some paint on the walls, and this house is ready to rent. So I don't know why. I don't know why landlords do that. We had another landlord, and this is why we started taking pictures, is because they tried to say that they had to replace all of our blinds, and they had to replace the carpet, which they were going to replace anyway. They done told us that. And then stuff like that. And so, he said we broke all the drawers in the refrigerator. And when I told him he must be looking at the neighbor's house because she trashed everything, he said, no, this is your house. And basically, he took our deposit to pay for the neighbor's house. I guarantee it. Anyway, that's the end of the slide. Let me know how dirty you think my house was, how dirty you think we left it. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Move-in videos are coming up next, and then after that will be Christmas decorate with me's. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a nice day.
I found my way, I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way, I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way.